Hello students. So we have now come on to the this fifth part of your second chapter. Okay, formulas in Excel. Okay, so what we are going to do today, in the previous video we had studied about the autosum function, the sum function under autosum feature. Okay, now we are going to first study about some cautions and some point to remember about the autosum feature, and then we will start with the average function under autosum. Okay, first of all, one thing which should be remembered, which should be cautioned is, so you can see in the block here what is written here: an autosum function will stop including cells in the range once it gets a cell containing a blank or anything other than a number. What does it mean? That it will stop including cells in the, like for example, if you have specified a range from b1 to b5. Okay, so but what will happen if by chance it encounters a cell, it gets a cell which contains a blank or any other number, anything other than a number, means any text value or any character value. Okay, like somewhere only comma is there, only space is there, blank is there. So what will happen in that case? It will stop including the cells in the range. Okay, this is one caution which should be kept in mind. So whenever you are applying the autosum function, okay, you should keep in mind that the range which you want to sum, there is no blank or there is no special or alphabetic character contained in the cells. Okay, it should be kept in mind. Okay, all the cells should be there should be no blank within there should be no blank in any of the cells. Okay, no cell should be blank and no cell should be containing anything other than a number. Okay, so this question, this is very important thing. This I may also ask as an assignment question in the next assignment. Okay, so you can keep this in mind. Okay, you see some questions which I may give in the assignment, they may also be from the previous videos also. Okay, so once you, if you are having any difficulty in the current topic, finding the answer in the current topic, then you can also go back and see to the previous topic also, because sometimes some questions may be asked from the previous topics in the assignment. Okay, now again one more question which can be formed from this is point to remember is that what is the default range of the cells taken by the autosum function? Okay, what default range of cells does the autosum function take? This question can be asked here. So what is the answer of this question? The answer is the autosum function by default takes the range of cells starting from the cell just above the result cell or just to the left of the result cell. So either it will take the range of cells which start from the cell just above the result cell. Like for example, if you want to sum the values in b5, then what will happen? It will take the values in the values which are b1, either b1, b2, b3, b4, or what you can take, it will take the cells which are just to the left of the result cell on the left side. Means, like for example, it may also take, what it may take, it may take a5 also in the result. If it may also take a5 for some purpose. Okay, is it clear to all of you? It will take, either take the cells which are at the above the result cell. Above the result cell means what? Where we want to calculate the result, where we want to display the result, that is the result cell. What is the result cell? Where we want to calculate it, display the cell, sum of the result of the sum, that is the result cell. So either it will take all the cells which are above the result cell, okay, the range of cells starting from the cell just above the result cell, or what it will take, it will take the range of cells which is just to the left of the result cell, not to the right but to the left of the result cell. Okay, it will either take above or it will take towards the left. Okay, the left of the result cell used for storing the calculated value. Okay, and up to the first non-numeric cell. Okay, again this should be mentioned that it takes up to the first non-numeric cell. Okay, as soon as any non-numeric cell is encountered, non-numeric cell means what? Where either it is blank or it is having any value which is other than a number, like any text or any other character value. Okay, that is blank or text, then it will, what it will take, it will not include those cells. Okay, it will not include those cells in the range, and it will stop including any other cell into the range. So its range will stop there only. As soon as it encounters any non-numeric cell, it will stop taking the cell's range into consideration. Okay, now we're going to start the average function under autosum. So what is the autosum average function? Average function, all of you know, it is used for calculating the average of any set of numeric values. Okay, how you can calculate the number sum of any numeric value, set of numeric values? First of all, we have to calculate the sum of all the values, and then we have to divide it by the number of values. Okay, like for example, if you want to calculate the average of 5 numbers, then we have to first add these 5 numbers, and then we have to divide it by 5 to get the average. Similarly here, what we will follow, we will follow these simple steps to get the average number of participants. Here what is there, we are having the Excel sheet where the average number of participants from each house we have to calculate. Okay, so what is mentioned here, different houses are mentioned and the number of participants are mentioned. Okay, so here we have to calculate the average number of participants. Means what? First of all, we have to calculate the sum of all the participants. Okay, and then we have to divide them by the number of houses. Okay, then we will get the average sum of average number of participants from each house. Okay, now the values are there. The values of the number of participants are there in the cells B3 to B7 as shown in the figure 2.18. You can see that the value of participants are from B3 to B7. The first step you have to do is to, first of all, you have to select the cell B10 where the average is to be stored. So we have to first choose one cell where we want to calculate the average. Okay, we want to store the average. So we have taken the cell which is B10 here. Okay, now click the home tab. Okay, click the home tab and you have to go to the from the option list under the Autosum button editing group. See, if you have first of all go to the home tab and then go to the editing group. Okay, and then under the Autosum button you will see you have to click on the arrow under the Autosum button. If have you seen the Autosum button? I have shown you in the previous video also. In the editing group, what is there? An Autosum button is given over here. See this Autosum button, you can see Autosum is written over here, and there what is there? An arrow is there. This arrow is used for clicking on and displaying the list of options. Okay, when you click on this arrow in the Autosum button, then what will happen? A number of options will appear. All these options are for the different functions of the Autosum feature. Okay, and then which function we want to choose, we will choose the average option here, which is the second one. Okay, then what will happen, the average function will get inserted in the cell B10 but will by default take the range of cells in as B3 to B9. Okay, we have told that by default what range of cells it will take. It will take either to the left of the result cell or it will take above the just above the result cell. We can see that just above the result cell what is there, there are cells from B3 to B9. Okay, they are which are above the result cell. Okay, but what we have to do, we have to modify the range of values as B3 to B7 in the formula. Okay, we can also modify the range of cells in the formula. It is not that it will take only those cells which it takes by default. If you want to modify the cell range, we can also do that by changing the cell range in the formula also. Okay, just where the formula is entered, there you can change the cells also. You can modify the cells also. Okay, then what will happen after we have modified that, we will just click on enter. Okay, then what will happen, the average number of participants from each house will be displayed in B10. When we click enter, then the calculation we will perform, the formula will perform the calculation, and then we will able to see the displayed value of the average here. Okay, now we come on to the max, min and count functions under Autosum. So these are other three functions under Autosum feature. We have studied Autosum and we have studied average. Now the other three function main types of functions are which are available under Autosum are the max, min and count functions. Okay, as the name indicates, max is used for finding the maximum value in the cell range, min is used for finding the minimum value, and count is used for counting the number of values in the cell range. Okay, so in similar manner, what you can do, you can also get the maximum and the minimum participants from a house. See, these are different values in the different values of number of participants from different houses. So what we can also get the maximum value of maximum number of participants from any house, and we can also get the minimum number of participants. Okay, from the cell range, from the values in the cells B3 to B7. Okay, what is to be done for that? Again, you have to select cell B11 or B12. Okay, we can choose any cell that we want where the maximum or minimum number has to be stored. So that cell will be the result cell. Okay, where we want to calculate and store the result. Okay, then what we will do, we will click on the Autosum button in the home tab and select the max or min option. Okay, we have to either select the max option or the min option. Okay, so what will happen, the max or min function will get inserted in the cell B1 or B11 or B12, but will by default take the range of cells as B10 or B10 to B11. Okay, so what will happen, as soon as it chooses it, what it will do, it will take the range of cells as B10 or B10 to B11. Okay, why? Because that is just before the B11. Okay, what is there, what is the cell which is just above B11, the result cell is the B10. So it will take the range of cells as B10 only. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to modify the range of cells as B3 to B7. Okay, because we want to consider those values in the range. So what we will do, after it takes the default value, we will modify that from B10 to B3 to B7. Okay, then what will happen, the maximum or minimum number of participants among all the houses will be displayed. When you click again, what we will do, after modifying the max formula, we will click on and we will press the enter key. Okay, then what will happen, as soon as press the enter key, the maximum or the minimum, see, if you choose max function, then what will happen, the maximum number of participants amongst all the houses will be displayed in the cell B1, B11 or B12, So yeah, actually what we can do, you can use the cell B11 for maximum value result, and you can choose the cell B12 for the minimum, to displaying the minimum number of participants. So there in cell B11 you will use the max function of autosum feature, and then in B12 you can use the minimum function. Okay, in this way you will be able to calculate the maximum or the minimum value. Okay, now we come on to the count function. So what is the feature of that count function? The count function under autosum can be used to count the number of non-blank cells. So what does it count? It counts the number of non-blank cells which are not blank. Okay, it can be used in the same way as the max min function. So it will not count the cells which are blank. It will only count the number of non-blank cells. Okay, so the count of the number of houses will be displayed in B30. Similarly, you can also count the number of houses in the cell using the count function. Okay, here, so students, will stop here. In the next video, we will start with the next topic, which is using functions from the function library. I hope you have understood all the topics discussed in this video. Till then, thank you and goodbye.